For a bounce back on their home floor today. Kentucky, they haven't been ranked this high, this late in the season in 11 years. The opening tip is controlled by Ole Miss, wearing their Play for K pinks tonight. Kentucky team, they've used the same starting five all season long, and Georgia Amoore with Star Jacobs. And a reset here. Iwala was left alone and gets the first two.
And I think that's going to be really important.
Of a starting five for Yolette McPhee-McEwen, and includes the freshman Sarah Chi.
Well, we heard Coach Yo in practice to say we are not face guarding. They may not try to help off certain players, and that's why Amore's been able to get to the rim twice already.
Chinu fouled out against Oklahoma, was held to 10 points. Ooh, nifty little move.
Eric, I talked to both coaches today, and I said, to me, it's the Kentucky offense versus the Ole Miss defense, and both coaches said, absolutely. Kenny Brooks has to like what he's seeing on the offensive end so far. In 22 years of coaching, only one losing season. This man knows how to get the most of his team. But to be as dominant as they have been in SEC play.
Moore lost the handle, got it back, 11 to shoot.
And you see Ole Miss switching on all those on-ball screens to contain Amoore.
Lawrence on the pull-up, gets it again. Great start from the... And numbers the other way for Amoore. Head up as always, looking to distribute first and foremost, and she finds Key. The lefty will launch, and another one drops down for Kentucky. Up by 7.
So this is where for Ole Miss right now, set screens, come off those screens tight and take it up strong. I've already seen 4 shots altered by the length of Kentucky.
Over. Pushing it back the other way is Collins. Collins, a strong take, and the foul.
Well, when I asked Kenny Brooks today, I said, what's that area as you go into February that you want to get better at?
Corner 3 on the way, won't go down. Chinu, open path to get the putback. 8 have played so far for the Rebels. Amoore too strong. Strack muscles up for the rebound, and Amoore out of the scramble, banks it in for 3. And their 12 points have come in the paint so far.
Post.
As I mentioned, Iwala getting her first start, the junior from San Antonio, played a
natural position of a 4, and so that just adds more size on the floor, but also allows Jacobs to create off the bounce.
That will push. Somebody better pick up ball, because we've seen Madison Scott do that a time or two.
And when you're mentioned in the same breath as the great Peggy Gillum, it is special. And even more special is that Madison Scott has stayed here.
This appearance here tonight, all-time games played leader, all alone for Ole Miss. Amoore, hesitation with the drive and the finish.
I said, what's the goal tonight? For her to foul out.
A lot of times you'll say to players, please don't foul. Here's Ole Miss. Shot clock winding down. Kick to the corner. They find Madison Scott at the free throw line. Key's got Strack inside on a mismatch, finds her, and Strack cashes in.
5, and they can switch. They're so interchangeable on the defensive end.
Amoore picks the pocket of Sadler, adjusts nicely to get the hoop. George Scott wants to take Strack on the turnaround. Yes, from beyond the three-point line this season, upping her numbers. 53 made. Bodies up against Strack. Strack got a block. Kennedy Todd Williams is fouled on the follow again. Ole Miss keeps getting second chance opportunities. She's the league leader in minutes played. 37.5 minutes a game in SEC play.
Texas, it's coming up at the break.
All right, ladies, thanks so much. Tiani Key out of the media timeout.
Well, as we're seeing, Deja Lawrence is moving over, because I asked about that today. If Ole Miss tries to deny Amoore the ball, and he said Deja Lawrence for sure will be my point guard, and that he said Tiani Key can also do it a little bit. But what you're
Matt, we've said the name Madison Scott since her Freshman of the Year award.
4th, 5th year players to play.
Away with Tyler.
Good decision by Tyler. Didn't have numbers.
Key launches for 3. Tiani Key, a 7-point game. Make it
center stage Thursday night.
Tyler accelerates to the basket for 2. Iwala inside for 2. Chinu wants to do it all herself, maybe trying to do a little bit too much, but her teammate is there to. Final minute, 7 seconds or so between shot clock and game clock. Strack for three. Defended by Tyler. To Scott. Scott on the pull-up. Can't get it to drop, and that will do it for the first half. Kentucky with a 6-point lead.
Shots at the rim. I can't help but believe that the length of Kentucky is altering these Ole Miss finishes.
Amor gets tripped.
Comes off that on-ball screen. She's looking to turn the corner, but Sadler's foot gets.
For Ole Miss in the second half, if they're going to get their first come from behind win when trailing at halftime.
It sounds simple, but they've got to finish at the rim. And
From outside the arc.
well, and as a result of that, Eric, she's scoring half as many points as she did to start SEC season.
With the drive for two. Tiani Key leading Kentucky in scoring tonight with 12. Good dish and the finish. Scott back for Kentucky, showing their length. They've got the shot blockers. On the drive, that will drop. 3 blocks and 3 steals as well. Her line keeps getting better. 2 fouls in the first quarter, never really completely got into the rhythm. She's been in rhythm tonight for Ole Miss. On the back cut for two. Ole Miss continues to try to work their bench. They said they wanted to make Georgia Amor work for everything here tonight. And Tiani Key, the lefty, moves to the left, can't get it. And here's Todd Williams. KK Deans on the drive. Deans flips it up for 2. Scott to the basket, gets around Strack.
Throughout the season when it comes to Kentucky, and I have not seen it come to fruition yet.
Todd Williams knocks in the pull-up. The evening crowd trying to fire up the Ole Miss defense. Over the top to Strack, the feed by Lawrence.
That horn set was for Kenny Todd Williams to try to turn that corner and get downhill.
Madison Scott on the post-up. Outside the 3 on the way. Noel, no. Todd Williams, yes, on the follow. Chaos right now at Ole Miss. Scott on the follow, no. Batted out top, 15 on the game clock. Open 3, Todd Williams. Finally, the lid is off. Amor with time. The pull-up is no good, and that will do it. Ole Miss takes a lead into the fourth quarter.
Well, Eric,
Here's Scott. Gets it to drop.
game. Kentucky just getting to the rim and no help side rotation. So much better now.
Scott looked good off the hand. One drop. There is Jacobs fighting inside.
And I credit Ole Miss's defense. They've been there on the switches. They haven't allowed her to turn the corner off the on-ball screens.
Deans. Well, Ole Miss is now hot. How hard she works. Gets on the glass. Tries to deny everything. No denying Amor right now. Madison Scott looking Iwala's way. Drops it down. Beautiful feed and the finish by Star Jacobs. Lunch here tonight for this Ole Miss team. Strack to the basket for 2. Dinu. Iwala needs some help. When in trouble, turn to Madison Scott. Can't get it, and Strack's got the rebound. 15 points, 4 assists tonight for Amor. She's made just 1 3-pointer. Drop it back to Strack from 16, yes.
The 16 host sites. Right now, 6 are going to be in the SEC if the season ended today.
There's a foul on Hassett, and the next 2 after the 16 are SEC teams, just to show, like, oh, waiting in the wait. Well, another one of those games. Can take it down to 2 minutes. Slipping inside for 2, Todd Williams. Back out to Madison Scott. And Amor gets the steal, and Amor gets tied up. KK Dean's got her hands in there, possession arrow, pointing Ole Miss's way.
Well, at this point, no, you play it out.
Scott Too strong, followed up by who else? Star Jacobs, who has been the star for Ole Miss, getting it done on the glass, and she'll go to the line. Rebounds, 7 of the 9 on the offensive glass.
She is so quick off the ground. Now, first and foremost for Kentucky, they need to anticipate a miss and get the rebound.
Well, they got the miss, so Jacobs goes over at the free throw line. For Strack.
Watch the fake handoff here.
They hand it off to Amor, who does lean in to take a three. They were looking for the three, couldn't get it. It hit the underside of the basket support.
At least 3 players going long, and this time it's KK Deans coming back.
Deans gets fouled. Tyler and Hassett were there. It'll be Deans going to the free throw line. And she is an outstanding free throw shooter. 34 of...
Get the rebound if there were to be a miss.
You're just joining us. Ole Miss was 0 for 12 from outside the three-point line. Kennedy Todd Williams knocked down a 3 late in the third quarter. Repossession game. Final minute. Iwala knocked it away, and I think it last touched Strack. It did. And once again, that Ole Miss defense.
Disrupting that pass.
The Oklahoma game, when they were outscored 9-0 in the final 2 minutes of the game,
Key needs to knock these free throws down, and then you got to extend the full court pressure. But I would imagine that Coach O's going to advance the ball.
Double-double for Tiani Key. Makes them both. 9 rebounds for the game and 3 assists.
So you need a 3. You need a quick score.
1 of 2 for the freshman. Lawrence, very good three-point shooter. Off the rim, I think Kentucky would take that 10 times out of 10. A wide open look for Lawrence, but just wouldn't drop it. Kentucky's going to drop back. And Ole Miss is going to have plenty of time to celebrate. 6 on 5 on the floor for the moment with Coach Yo a couple of steps on the court. Shot clock's going to expire. Defense leads to a victory. A top 10 win for Ole Miss. They take it 66-57 the final. Their second top 10 victory in program history.